بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطاهرين. قال الله في كتابه الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Illuminate your hearts and minds with a loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Fame, popularity in itself is a very dangerous thing. It attracts towards it the different dangers or the persuasion of someone to falling off the right path which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put for them. Prior to last night's talk, we have spoken about how fame or popularity, a reputation of this sort, can cause someone to be from the best to the worst. And the example that we have brought with the story of Bal'am Ba'ura, a worshipper, a great worshipper of his time, who, when told by the other people and persuaded through his fame and popularity, he went to curse and try to stop the uprising of the Prophet Musa, the rebellion against the tyrants. We have gone over how in the revelations, in the ahadith of the Ahlul Bayt there are two categories, two sets of narrations, some pointing out to a reputation resented and some pointing out to a reputation liked and good for a believer or a Muslim. These past 2 nights we have gone over the rejected or the resented reputation that one may have. And the continuation tonight, which type of reputation does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself want for his creation, and which type of reputation should we all be looking for? We will begin with a loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. And a hadith from the Imam Baqir alayhi salam, he says that ثلاثة لم يسأل الله بمثلهن. There are three things, three requests that one might ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for, that there is nothing that are like them or similar to them, meaning that nothing that is in their status or in their greatness. What are they? One by one, the Imam Baqir alayhi salam starts counting them. The first one says, "An taqul." The first one is for you to say, "Allahumma faqihni fid din." Allah, make me knowledgeable and knowing of your religion. For me to know about the religion and to have a greater amount of knowledge every single time I study, every single day, to be able to improve my faith towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second one, which will be concerning our topic, وَحَبِّبْنِي إِلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ وَحَبِّبْنِي إِلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and make me loved and respected among your Muslimin, among your believers. The answer resides in this hadith right here. The reputation, the recognition that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants for his believers to have is not fame, popularity, but a reputation respectable, for me to be respected and held dear in everyone else's hearts, in the hearts of the Muslimin. Now, one might want to be popular, one might want to be famous, but through this fame and popularity there resides nothing but dangers for one to be able to sway away from the right path. And so the Imam alayhi salam, and through the narrations of the hadith of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi wasallam, they teach us that one shouldn't be chasing after popularity, fame, but the reputation that they should try to uphold and have is to be respected by others and held dear, loved by everyone else. Please recite aloud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. There is a dua a supplication in the book of Sahifatu Sajjadiyah. And in this dua itself, we can see that in these du'as, they also show that one must try to gain this type of reputation. In this dua, we are asking from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What do we say? We say, أَعِزَّنِي فِي عَشِيرَتِي وَقَوْمِي. Oh Allah, make me dear towards my relatives and to my family. Make me respected among others. Not that I want to be famous, popular. It's a very big danger. But for me to be respected among others, for me to be held dear among others, not resented, not someone who's in the eyes of others and pointed at because of my fame or popularity. And another dua, in a dua with the name of dua of rizq, the supplication for blessings from the Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. In this dua we say, Allahumma aqdhif fi qulub ibadika mahabbati. Allah, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, put in the hearts of your creation my love. And there's a continuation, a long continuation, but in the continuation there's this passage, Ahibbani wa habbibni. Allah, make me to you a loved one and make me loved among your believers. I want to be loved among your believers, dear to your believers, respected among your believers. And so this type of reputation is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself recommends for one. And as we have gone last night, why is fame and popularity such a dangerous thing? Whether it be because of the dunya, because for example I'm a very famous YouTuber, or for my religion I'm a very important worshipper. The reason is because of riya. Now, if I am being popular because of the dunya, well, it's a danger in itself. But why is it that this danger is also there for when I am popular? Because of my reputation in worship, closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's because of riya. Riya means that I do the other person's worship, someone else's worship, not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do this act to make myself look greater in front of another person. And in reality, this is not worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the creation itself. Now, in an interesting story that I came upon from one of our teachers, he said that there was once an elderly man. He would always go to the first row or the first line of congregational prayer. He would always be present there. And he didn't do this for others, for other people, but only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then after a while, he started slowly becoming recognized and known for being in the first row of Jama'at. He slowly started to like it, but he himself didn't notice it at first. One day, he didn't make it on time to be able to make the first row of congregational prayer. He was in the second or third row. And so he felt a bit saddened. Why? He understood that the reason he was sad was not because he was separated from such a great amount of deeds or rewards. The first row of Jama'at is the most greatest row or line in congregational prayer. No, he understood that it was not because of this, but the reason he became sad, he started feeling a bit down, was because the people who knew him for this saw that he was not in the first row. And because of this, he went back home and did all of those prayers, reenacted all of those prayers which he did for others, the riya. And so in the hadith of the Ahlul-Bayt, we also see them saying that riya, an action done for the worship of others, is definitely not respected. Anytime we try to do an action or a worship, we say qurbatan ilallah. Why? Meaning that this is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for anyone else. And so if I'm doing this for someone else, then it's not going to have a benefit for me. So a believer is one person who tries to maintain a reputation that is not based on fame, popularity, but the respect and dearness of others. And a hadith from the Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, he starts portraying the mu'mineen. He says that لا يرغب في عز الدنيا ولا يجزع من ذلها. A mu'min, a believer, is someone who is not shaken from other people's perspectives and views, and is not arrogant towards the greatness that he gains through the views of others. A person, a mu'min, a person who is a mu'min, definitely only thinks about his position to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If someone thinks that I'm um, trying to be great, trying to show myself in front of others, I'm doing this prayer, for example, I'm not worried that he's going to see me for this, and so my reputation is going to be fallen. No, I'm doing this for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of me. And if I'm seen as someone with a high status in front of others, why? Because I've done this and done that. It doesn't shake me, make me feel a bit loose, yeah, I'm like this. But no, it still strives me towards doing good. And the recognition of others in the hadith of the Ahlul Bayt, when we see, is also one of the rewards of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I am a great person, I'm a worshipper, and I do work for the Ahlul Bayt, for the religion of Allah, some people might look towards me and I might be known. This itself is one of the effects that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts on a person for when they are working for him. And so another question might come to mind. This is just a question that might come to mind. Tardan al-bab. Sometimes I might do a certain prayer, a certain dhikr. And it's mustahab, right? It's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not wajib, it's not obligatory either. And someone's looking at me and someone starts talking about me. Over here, what is the ruling? Is this considered riyah when I feel a bit happy that they are looking at me, or is this fine? This is fine because my intent in doing this action is not for that person in the beginning, but this is just a side effect of them looking towards me. In the continuation of the hadith, the Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, لِلنَّاسِ حَمٌّ قَدْ أَقْبَلُوا عَلَيْهِ وَلَهُ حَمٌّ شَغَلَهُ. For others who depend on fame and reputation and the worldly things, their minds are always busy with these things. But for him, this person, he is busy with his life in the hereafter. Tonight is the night where we gather to commemorate the remembrance and the memory of Hazrat Abbas, the brother of the Imam Hussein alayhi salam. A person so great, each and every one of us should look up to such a person. May Allah inshallah grant us the success, the tawfiq in becoming among the Shia of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. And may we all be amil and alim to the teachings of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina Muhammadin wa alihi at-tahirin.